We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
On October 24, 1960, over 100 personnel were killed while testing R-16 intercontinental ballistic missile at the Soviet Baikonur cosmodrome. The accident was caused by premature ignition of the second stage engine, followed by explosion of the rocket fuel.
Р-16, созданная в КБ Янгеля, должна была стать первой советской массовой межконтинентальной ракетой.
On August 9, 1965, a fire broke out in a missile silo at Little Rock Air Force Base in Arkansas, USA. The fire occurred during welding works on modernization of Titan II intercontinental ballistic missile and killed 53 engineers and workers. Only 2 people managed to escape. On January 27, 1967, a fire started on board of American spacecraft Apollo 1 during a ground test, which led to death of 3 astronauts who were inside the command module. It was caused by a short circuit in the wiring. On April 23, 1967, Russian cosmonaut Vladimir Komarov was killed when the capsule of Soyuz 1 spacecraft crashed after re-entry. The main parachute failed to unfold, and the cords of the reserve parachute became entangled with it. On June 29, 1971, Russian cosmonauts Georgy Dobrovolsky, Vladislav Volkov and Viktor Patsayev died from suffocation in the upper atmosphere when a valve opened virtually in the airless space, letting out all the air and abruptly depressurizing the crew cabin of Soyuz 11 spacecraft. On the 18th of March 1980, fuel tanks of Vostok 2M rocket exploded at Soviet Plesetsk cosmodrome 2 hours 15 minutes before the scheduled start. The accident resulted from a leak that occurred at the connection of the filling hose to the tank with liquid oxygen. In the third stage, 48 people were killed. On January 28, 1986, American Space Shuttle Challenger, with 7 astronauts on board, exploded 73 seconds into the flight. After its right solid rocket booster was damaged at the start. The dead crew members weren't found until 38 days later, and the shuttle cockpit submerged in the Atlantic Ocean. On the 15th of February 1996, Chinese rocket Long March 3B, carrying US satellite Intelsat 708, deviated from the set course 22 seconds into the flight due to a failure of the control system and fell on a neighboring village. 80 peasant households were destroyed along with the rocket carrier and the satellite. According to the official version, 6 people died in the explosion and because of land contamination with toxic propellants. Unofficial sources speak of hundreds of victims. On February 1, 2003, American Space Shuttle Columbia, returning from orbit, exploded while re-entering the atmosphere at an altitude of 63 kilometers. All 7 crew members were killed. The disaster was caused by destruction of the outer heat protection layer on the left wing after a piece of oxygen tank insulation fell on it at the start. On August 22, 2003, VLS-1 launch vehicle exploded during the final stage of preparations at Brazilian Alcantara launch site. The explosion was triggered by an inadvertent electrical charge fired into the ignition system of one of the 4 solid rocket boosters. 21 people died, more than 20 were injured. History shows that every year, with the development of science and technology, the number of accidents involving spacecraft flights has been steadily decreasing. Hopefully, over time, scientists will drive their probability to 0. In the meantime, leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to the De facto channel. There are a lot more of great stories to come.